Hello, my friends. Stacy here with another Let's Play Star Stable. I am currently stuck at home in a way. The Star Stable office is now closed and we are working remotely for the time being. Everyone is at home. I think it's for the next 2 weeks at least. So that gives me a little more time, I think, to do videos and editing and stuff like that. We're still working as usual. We'll still have updates as usual, but there's a little less time commuting and all that sort of stuff. The Napstrippers have come out. It's been a while since I've done a video. And the Napstrippers came out. I was not super eager to get one at first because, I'm going to be honest, some of them freak me out. This one freaks me out a little bit. It's just all the dots. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't think they look bad. I don't like when there's a lot of holes or dots, and it creeps me out. The woodier horse creeped me out a little bit too. But I don't know, now that there's a few more of them, I think this one's pretty fun. But I think this is the most popular one. He's super pretty. And I kind of like the black one too. Yeah, he's alright. But not my favorite horse. I do like their shape. I like that they're very stocky and sturdy. I guess they're built similarly to other Baroque horses, so it kind of makes sense. So I like their shape, but for me, the dots creep me out. So if there's anybody else who the dots creep out, please let me know. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll get one. If I do get one, it will probably be this one. I've seen so many beautiful pictures of this horse online. Ugh, it will probably be that one. But I'm tempted by the black one. I think his face is just beautiful. And I like the lines here on his chest. Super defined, they look solid. And we all know I run into a lot of walls. So I'm sticking with the Tinker for now. However, now we've also had the Quest Dependency cleanup release where we went ahead. I say we, but it was not a we. It was very much select people. There was one designer who mainly focused on cleaning up the quests in the game, so it was so much clearer what you needed to do when to get to certain places to move on in the game. Because let me tell you, one of the most common questions we would get in the game is kids, or generally kids, younger players, but they would ask, I haven't had quests in ages, what am I doing wrong? And it's because they should have been doing something with the druids, like closing the Pandora cracks, or doing the druid training, something like that. And it wasn't clear. It was so confusing. And I felt so bad for these players who just waited ages because they were waited for more quests, but they had so much more to do. They just didn't know how to unlock it. As well as, how do I get to Golden Hills and how do I get to Epona? Also among top questions that we receive. So it has now been cleared up, cleaned up. There's still a few bugs that are being worked on, which was expected because we changed a lot of the game. And things have been divided now into main and side quests, which is going to be helpful to me. So, because the reputation was removed for the various Keepers of Aideen, I have been bumped forward. I was closing Pandora Cracks, I think. But now I have a quest with Alex in Silverglade and End to the Pink. So we might do that today. And then maybe take a peek at any of these other quests that I have. There's so many. Because I haven't even done the Yidris quests. There's the Vega quests are in there. I have to continue in Dundle. Oh my gosh, I have so much to do. But I want to go visit Alex in Silverglade, I think. Is she here? Yes. Oh, and another thing now, we all have the updated Soul Riders. They have been replaced in the entire game. So there's new Alex. Oh, Silver Scout's so happy to see her. Well done, Cadence. We have managed to calm Garnock's fury a bit, thanks to your enormous efforts. Hopefully, there will be no more cracks for a good while now. The Pandoric imbalance is now smaller after a valiant struggle to contain it. It's finally time for a little rest, but the danger is far from over. Any moment now, Dark Core could do something malicious to disturb the balance again, if they haven't already. You're now a full member of the Lightning Circle. Very well done. Not many people make it this far, Cadence, just so you know. You really are something special. Congratulations and welcome to the Lightning Circle. Thanks, Alex. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm inside Tin Can. Sorry, buddy. He's so cute. Okay, so that was quick. Maybe now we can sync with Linda in the Silverglade Manor to discuss the sleeping widow. Oh, there she is, new Linda. Oh, I've been looking all night, and I think I found an old note from the mid-18th century. Listen to this. The legend of the Sleeping Widow goes back far in time. When the light of Aideen spread over Jorvik and life was brought to the island, a handful of life wardens were created, whose task was to guard the growing life, to shield it, and warn it if the flora and fauna of the island were ever threatened. These life wardens came into existence in the form of trees that would forever live on Jorvik. The humans discovered these trees, respected them, and let them live. The humans understood the trees were special, ancient, and that they served a higher purpose. The humans came to call them primeval trees. The primeval trees had different looks and abilities and were much stronger and more magnificent in the olden days, their glory days. Today, most of the trees slumber. They sleep, tired and haggard, lessened in power not least by the exploitation of Jorvik's natural resources. It is said that the roots of the primeval trees penetrate all over Jorvik, and that the roots are linked together in an enormous network through which they can communicate. Awesome, huh? Like an ancient internet. Kinda. You want to hear a little more, right? It's a fascinating story which I just have to share with you, and it's important that you understand. You and I know one of these primeval trees, the one on top of Scarecrow Hill. As the legend of the Golden Apple foretold, the witches have actually destroyed several primeval trees, but they only went for the trees that produced the golden apples, which the wicked witches shun. Other primeval trees were left alone. According to my writings, some kind-hearted witches have actually formed alliances with the primeval trees to help strengthen their magical powers. At least half a dozen primeval trees are known to exist today, mentioned in various records. There could be a lot more. In one place, one of the trees goes by the name the Sleeping Widow. To understand this, we need to go back far in history, but I'll be brief. Once upon a time, the Forgotten Fields was a dense, enormous forest, at least as magnificent as Greendale. The forest was protected by two primeval trees that were a happy couple. Everything was great. They were happy together, and the forest flourished until the Earl built Jarlaheim. When Jarlaheim was built, a great part of the forest was cut down, and the growing population in the area took down more of the forest to make both firewood and more building materials. A stable was also needed for the Earl's cavalry. Jorvik Stables was built, which later housed hundreds of horses. As more and more of the forests were destroyed, the landscape opened up and made room for necessary grazing grounds where all the Earl's horses could graze and run around during the day. In the blind eagerness of mankind, which often arises in their simple minds during times of great expanse, the foresters unfortunately cut down one of the two primeval trees in the area. It was a grievous mistake, but the damage was already done, and it was irreversible. The surviving primeval tree became lonely, and it grieved over the loss of its companion. She lost her will to live. Through her grief and through mankind's eager destruction and the grazing and stomping of the Earl's horses, the forest eventually died. During the centuries that have passed since the primeval tree became lonely, her wailing has sometimes been heard on the wind, a wail much like a persistent howl, which swoops around with the gusts across the windswept hills. And so there stood one lonely primeval tree and the Forgotten Fields. The area got its current name, the Forgotten Fields, after the Earl's cavalry and all of the horses were no longer in Jorvik Stables. The lost forests and the grazing grounds were later forgotten, since the area no longer served any purpose for the humans. So much grief for such a short chapter in history. They say that the wailing of the primeval tree can no longer be heard. It's not because she has stopped grieving, but rather that she has fallen asleep of exhaustion, resignation, and sorrow. She's on death's door, if she isn't dead already. But we hope she is not, of course. With this knowledge in mind, it's an easy conclusion to draw that the old tree in the southwest corner of the Forgotten Fields actually is identical to this sleeping widow. How everything is connected to Lisa's current critical location in Pandoria, I can't quite figure out. But if she says the tree must be woken, I guess we'll wake it. I myself would have tried to make my way to Pandora and tried to save her there, but it's extremely risky, not to mention impossible to return from thereafter. But how do you wake a magical, slumbering primeval tree? Moving tale. Poor primeval trees. I think you should talk to Elizabeth directly. It seems obvious that this primeval tree, the sleeping widow, can't just be woken by a regular alarm clock. If anyone has any idea of what kind of magic would be required to awake a slumbering primeval tree, it would be Elizabeth. In Cadence, I have a feeling you'll need to use the fragment of the Light of Aideen. If you're not already carrying it in your bag, you should stop by the storage in your stable and bring it with you to Elizabeth. That would save you a lot of time. Good luck. Do we have it? Yes. I always keep it with me. Oh no, but now I have this vacuum that I don't think I need anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot Farah the Druid now has the permanent home here outside Elizabeth's house. Oh. What a tale. What turn of events. We must indeed wake up the sleeping widow to see if we can rescue Lisa. If Lisa says it is so, then it must be the way to rescue her from Pandora. If it doesn't work, we'll try to find another way. Maybe the roots of this primeval tree reach further than we could ever imagine. Anyway, I know of 2 things that can shake the ancient primeval tree enough to give it the energy it needs to wake up. The tree needs light, strength, and water. You must do 3 things. 1. Fill a bottle with the tears of Aideen. You know, the dew from the flowers of Aideens that grow around here. 2. Energize the fragment of the Light of Aideen by the rune stones up here in the same way you did last time. You need to have your fragment with you. If you don't have it in your bag, you'll find it in the storage in your stable. You can't have lost it, so it has to be somewhere, I promise you. The 3rd thing you need to do is illuminate the tree with the energized fragment and water it with the tears of Aideen, and these 2 tasks need to be performed at night. During the night, the magic is undisturbed by the bustle and light of daytime, and the effect of Aideen's power is much stronger. Take the rune stick and ride up to the rune stones behind this house and energize your fragment of the Light of Aideen. This time do it like this. First, use the rune stick on the rune stone of the sun. Then place the fragment onto the rune stone to energize the shard with the Light of Aideen. Nice. Cool. And now we use the fragment. What is she doing? Nice. Okay. No, I didn't want to pet my horse. I wanted to get on my horse. Okay. Magnificent. The fragment has been energized with great power. Take this purple tear-shaped bottle and gather up as much dew as you can from the flowers of Aideen. You'll need it to water the primeval tree, the sleeping widow. Okay, let's water some flowers, or collect water from flowers, collect tears from flowers. Ooh, I'm glad we don't have to get off the horse for this. You filled the bottle, well done! Here, take the full bottle with you. You are ready to go to the sleeping widow. Wait for the night, then wake her. On your way, take a detour past Starshine and update him on what has been happening so that he'll know what's going on and is ready to help Lisa out of the crack, provided you succeed in waking the tree. Alright, let's go find Starshine. Ah, he's there. Okay. Ah, there he is. Over in the corner hiding. Hello. Cadence, how's it going? I've almost lost touch with Lisa and this blasted crack is about to close on itself. Panic! So, you found out who the sleeping widow is? Do tell. So, the sleeping widow is a primeval tree? Interesting. It's not that far-fetched of an idea. Well done, Cadence. And of course, Linda, too. Now let's hope that whatever is binding Lisa and the Sleeping Widow's fate together also saves Lisa. We'll have our answer tonight. I'll stay behind, ready to help Lisa when you awake the primeval tree. I should be able to keep the crack open till midnight at least. Go to the primeval tree on the Forgotten Fields and wait until nightfall to perform the necessary rituals. Best of luck. May the light of Aideen be with you. We're just going to go there now. I think, if I remember correctly, the time automatically changes to night. So we don't actually have to wait till nighttime. Oh, no. Oh, no. We survived, I guess. Oh, shoot. Okay. Hello, tree. The primeval tree slumbers deeply. It is surrounded by an aura of heavy grief, and an overwhelming weakness washes over you. As if the tree relentlessly weighs you down with its great sadness over the mistakes of mankind. Mistakes that made this tree lose its beloved life companion. In this state of mind, it's going to be very hard staying awake until tonight's big task. You can only awaken the primeval tree at midnight. Await nightfall here. Ah, see? We're just waiting for dark. It's real quick. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the night. You and Silver Scout almost fell asleep by the tree. By sheer force of will, you managed to stay awake. It is now midnight. The primeval tree seems thirsty after centuries of grief, as if it hasn't drunk from the life-giving water in a long time. Okay, let's give it the Tears of Aideen. Nice. Creek? Water, so full of strength and life. Aideen? Creek? The primeval tree seems pale after centuries of grief, as if it hasn't embraced the light of the sun in a very long time. It's okay, we have the light of Aideen for you. Creek. By the light of Aideen, who are you? What have you done with Aideen? Oh, wow. Oh, it's growing new leaves. Are you the one who awakens me? Are you the one who opens my eyes with the light of Aideen, moistens my throat with her tears, and makes my tree creak and crackle as in the days of my youth? Is it you who's doing this? For Lisa's sake. It's so cool looking. By the distant ghost of my roots, who are you? Who fights for the light in these dark times? Creak. Let's wait and watch. Let me think and creak and crackle for a little while. It's been a long time since my branches murmured and my mind crept into action. Let's creak and crackle here for a while. I promised Lisa, and promises are made to be kept, even those made to humans. But why should I keep a promise to the people who betrayed me? But you are more than that. You're not only humans. You're the bringers of the light of Aideen. You fight for the same cause as I do. Lisa persuaded me. My roots reached her in her abominable prison. She needed help, and she promised to help me if she was rescued. To help you would help Lisa, which would help me. I shall do what I can. Watch and learn. What's it going to do? What? What happened? My force is not very strong. It's far from what I'd hoped. I wonder if my strength was enough. I must rest now. I'm so tired. Find your friends. Behold the result of my success, or vanish forever because of my possible failure. I do not know how my attempt went. Oh, it's sleeping again. Ride to Starshine and see if Lisa's been rescued or not. Thank you, strange tree. Thank you. Oh! Whatever could this be? Something is shimmering in the grass. Oh no! Your horse is injured and stuck in the trap? No! Silver Scout, no! What is happening? It's one of the Dark Riders. So, Cadence, we meet again? I see Fripp has deluded you into joining his foolish crusade. Now your beloved Silver Scout's leg is shattered. The two of you will never ride again. And for what? Nothing. Even if this one had the power to help you, why would it? The Druids have neglected Adine's trees, leaving them withered husks. Their time is over. Just as it is over for the Soul Riders, the sisterhood will never reunite. You're wrong, Sabine. The bonds that unite the Soul Riders can never be broken. Lisa. Lisa, Jorvik needs the Soul Riders. As long as darkness threatens the island, Adine will always find heroes to help her light shine. Heroes like Cadence? I suppose you'd need someone to replace your precious Anne. When we free Garnock, the safety of the island will be the least of your concerns. Our master will return, and Adine's light will be snuffed out forever. You must be Cadence. Starshine said you've been helping my friends track me down. I'm sorry for all the trouble that must have put you through. Oh, we get to pick. I'll do whatever it takes to protect Jorvik and its horses, or the worst part was Sabine's grandstanding. I didn't think she'd ever shut up. I'm gonna go with the first one. A true believer, huh? Fripp must really love you. Lisa Peterson, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. We've officially met Lisa! Yay! How long have I been trapped down there? What have I missed? I should get to Valedale and check in with the others. You'll ride back with me, won't you? You're not hurt? Oh no, Silver Scout. What have they done with your horse? To your horse? Oh, I see. Your poor Silver Scout is seriously injured. That was a nasty trap. I can heal your friend if you'd like. You probably know that the Circle of Stars is the power I'm most able to master, and that the star symbolizes the power of healing. Let me heal the poor thing. Thank you. He's new. I don't think he anticipated this. Yay! Thank you, Lisa. Look at that. That went better than expected. Your beautiful Silver Scout is right as rain again. That was a mean trap. Nothing to toy around with. Those Dark Riders shouldn't be keeping such dangerous items in their arsenal. I'm really grateful that you saved me. I mean it. It wasn't a pleasant experience being imprisoned in Pandoria, I can tell you that much. Those idiots I just scared off succeeded in ambushing Starshine and I when we were off guard. This time the story had a happy ending, but this cannot happen again. We really need to be on our watch now, right, Cadence? It's happening again, isn't it? After what we went through freshman year, I assumed all this danger was behind us. We stopped Darkcore and saved Jorvik. Don't tell me Mr. Sands is back. Where are Anne and the others? Are they safe? I have so many questions. Keep it together, Lisa. It's going to be okay. I have the best friends in the world. The Soul Riders can get through anything. You're right, Cadence. We must see the others and meet the Druids. I was thinking the same. Not least because I want an update on the situation. But before all of that, I'll need a change of clothes and a good rest and something to eat. Let's hold off on the Druids until tomorrow. Rest and recovery goes above all else this time. I also owe a favor to the Sleeping Widow, but that'll have to be done later. After those escapades, we really need to rest. Tomorrow you can ride to Elizabeth and tell her I'm back so that she can summon the druids to a meeting. I'll see you later at the meeting. And listen, once again, a big thank you. Good night. Lisa's in our journal now. Oh, it's a lovely new day. We didn't have to stay overnight. I think we'll save that one though. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. We have finally saved Lisa and we are on a clear path to continue all of the main story quests. I'd still like to mix them up a little bit with the side quests as well, but I feel much more excited to dive in and get it done now that I don't have to do all the reputation grinding, so yay! But yes, thank you so much for watching. Give a thumbs up if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Thank you guys so much. I will see you next time. Bye!